Yes, that's right. If you want to share my stage.
All right, welcome. Hello, hello. I know it seems like not very many people here, but it's just because we have these two special students who are going to work with our group of musicians today, who were our runners-up in the Kids Compose competition this year. Fantastic melodies, yeah. And so we're going to get to do this workshop, and you're going to get to work and create your own version of your melody. And then that is the version, whatever you decide is what will be performed on the concert later. And with the concert, this place will be full. So there'll be a lot of people, and that'll be fun. But first, let's just get started. And Allison, why don't you come on up? You get to be first, and come and work with our musicians. All right, come on up stage at your side. Oh, do you have a mascot? Do you want a chair for your, what is it? Is that an owl?
It's a sloth.
It's a, all right, well, it might take you a bit, I realize, because you might be slow coming up, but go ahead and make your way up on stage. I'm going to grab a chair. Yeah, you want to grab one of those chairs just for a moment? No, sloth stayed there, so we're good. I was just going to have a chair for the sloth, but the sloth is going to watch. Okay, so this is, do you want to tell us your name?
I'm Allison.
Allison? Hi, Allison. Okay. Do you know what most of these instruments are here?
Yeah, most of them.
Most of them. Okay, we're going to introduce that in a second. But first, I want to have you tell them a little bit about yourself, like what grade you're in and what school you go to.
I'm in 4th grade, and I go to Charles Elementary School.
I think it might be kind of cool for you to explain that you know somebody in this group of musicians.
I know 2 people.
You know 2 people. Okay, tell me both of them.
I know Ellie, who's my babysitter.
Oh!
And this is Miss Sarah, who's my piano teacher.
Miss Sarah's your piano teacher. So you play piano. Do you play any other instruments?
No.
So you play piano. Is that how you compose this on the piano? Excellent.
Well, 2 years ago, I was just filling it with the keyboard, and I found some notes I liked, and when I put them together, it made this, and it sounded like potatoes.
And it sounded like potato chips. Everyone, this is potato chips that we are working with. Fantastic composition here. All right, so before we get started on that, I just want you to hear a little example of what each of these instruments do so that you can then choose what you want to hear, right? So let's start over here. What instrument is that? Do you know? No. All right, what do you play?
I play the flute. This is the flute.
What's the next instrument? Do you know? Or another new one for you?
This is called clarinet. SpongeBob plays a clarinet. I don't know if you've ever seen SpongeBob.
I think it's Squidward.
Oh, Squid. You know, you learn stuff.
You didn't start actually putting this on.
All right, let's hear that clarinet. But do you know her trumpet? You even know her instrument. Is this going to be like one of your favorites? Do I know already? Even before she plays it. I mean, you don't know. That's great. You're keeping an open mind. Instrument is your trumpet?
It's a brass instrument.
Did you know that? Do you see another brass instrument? Yeah, and do you know what that one is? French horn. French horn, beautiful. Come hear the French horn. Back there, what is that one?
Harp.
Harp, yeah, excellent. that was from? Did you recognize
Yeah,
this?
it's from Blue.
Yeah, both of them happened through Frozen. That's perfect. All right, getting over. It looks like we have another family of instruments. Chief, if you want to sit, okay. Welcome. Yeah, go ahead. You do not have to. Although everybody, applause is here. He's fantastic. Very good melody on the vibraphone since it's. So these are all what kind of instruments? Do you know?
The string.
String instruments. So let's hear them. We can start from the top and go this way. Do you want, or either one of you can do it, or both of you can do it?
Sure.
Yeah, let's hear it.
That's a viola.
Oh, almost.
Or violin.
Well, let's can we pick up the viola and violin? Let's look at it and see the difference. Yeah. So what's the difference?
One's smaller, one's bigger.
You
Exactly.
know which one's the
Yeah.
Yeah.
this one, which is the violin.
Absolutely. Violin. Let's hear just something on the violin, quick. Hudson, you're out there. You're getting all of these demos too, so you're going to jump right into arranging yours and working with it, okay? So make sure you're listening closely as well. All right, and then we have the viola that we already heard about. Do you want to do anything different on the violin? Beautiful. All right, viola. With viola, we all do it very well. Absolutely, very good. So yes, Bruno, and now last but certainly not least, and one of my favorites, because that's my instrument too. And this is Ethan, who plays it beautifully. Do you know what this is?
Cello?
Absolutely. Let's hear the cello. You know what? Does anybody know Google Doodle? Is this from, the piece that he played is called The Swan. Does it sound very graceful like the swan? It's from a piece called The Carnival of the Animals. It has all sorts of great animal sounds like in the instruments. But yeah, I don't know, it very easily could be used for that because it's a really popular one. I'm sure that's probably it then. Okay, so now time for potato chips. All right, so what are you thinking about this piece? Tell me something about how did you said it sort of sounded like potato chips. What made it sound like potato chips to you?
I don't know, my sister could bring eating chips.
Sister eating chips. You know, siblings, they influence a lot of our creative output and expression in lots of ways, don't they? All right, well, so potato chips now. What kind of sound does potato chips have? Like, would it be like that gorgeous sound that we just heard on the cello? Like, he can play the cello different ways, but would it be
sharp and crunchy?
Crunchy. Sharp and crunchy. Sharp and crunchy. So, which of these instruments, I can promise you they can all do sharp and crunchy, but which of them would you like to hear some sharp and crunchy potato chips with? The viola? Okay, now here's my question. How much of it do you want him to play? Just the first line, or... Okay, do you see? Here's how we can tell where that is. There are measure numbers for 10, 11, 12. Through there? Through 12? Okay, can you play for a measure 12?
Sure. Here's a crunchy one.
All right, so yeah. Now, tell me about that. How did you feel about that? Did you like it on that instrument? Would you like him to try a different way on that instrument? Was he able to play every single note that you had there at the same time? Ooh, so what's going on there?
We need like something that can play 3 of
Do you think there's anything here that can play 3 notes at the same time?
the harp.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Would you like to hear just that, or do you want to hear the whole part again? So just starting at measure 10, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like that? All right, well, let's play with it a different way anyway. You might come back and say that's my favorite part or favorite way for it. But how else could you have 3 notes played at the same time?
Dun-dun-dun.
You can do it on piano, exactly. You've got it right there. But if you had these instruments, if harp wasn't an option.
Oh, you could use 3 different instruments.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's try it that way. You might want the harp, but let's try it that way. It can be the viola, or it can be 3 different instruments. And think about it. Do you want them to be the same kind of sound, like we had the brass, they could be together, or these are woodwinds, or 3 string instruments, or a total mix of everything? What do you want to try? And let's try it a couple different ways so you have some options.
First, everything.
First, all different things. So pick 3 instruments. Okay, you guys got it now. They need to know which note to play, or else they might accidentally all play the same note. So who do you think should play a higher note? Okay, you're going to play the top note. And then who do you want in the middle?
Flute.
Okay, and then flute gets the bottom note. Let's try it. Just that measure 12. Try it again. What do you think?
I like that.
You.
Now I want to do all strings.
All strings. Okay, which one of these? So we'll use one violin and a violoncello?
Yeah.
Or also you could have 2 people playing the same note, so you could use all 4. That's another option. 1, 2, 3. And who do you want to play? Who do you think should play the highest note on this one?
You.
And then the middle note? And? Exactly. Very good.
I like that.
You like that? Okay. Do you want to have it go? How about we do this? Try it once with the harp, playing that, and then on those chords, they come in with the harp. Yeah? What I need you to do, though, so they know when to play, how about can you point your finger and just sort of tell them exactly? And then the harp will know when to come in. Look at her. And you're going to do measure 10. They'll come in with you on measure 12. How are we feeling about that? Okay, let's go on. You might change your mind, but that's okay. Going on for measure 13. Who do you want to hear play this part?
Something that can go really fast.
Something that can go fast. Oh, we're going to go faster here. Okay. What do you think? Raise your hand if you can play fast. I think everybody can play fast. So you have your option. You have your whole palette of musical sounds here to choose from. How far do you want her to play?
This
What is this thing here? You don't know what it's called. Do you know what it does? It makes it longer. So it's called a fermata. Can you say fermata? Yeah, fermata. And so you want to play till the fermata? All right. Let's hear it on a different instrument. Maybe pick something you haven't heard yet. All right, let's hear it. Pick one more, just to hear it differently. One more. What do you think?
I think these 2 sounded similar.
Similar? Do you want to hear them together?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? Do you like a double doubled up like that?
Yeah.
You do. Okay. Let's go on. You've got, this looks sort of familiar to me.
Yeah, it's like the A section and the B section.
Yeah, the A section, B section, and A section. That is really, really good compositional technique right there. So we revisit something that we already have heard. Now, the first time, are you sticking with viola here? And switching to harp? I mean, we haven't totally decided, but you've got viola, harp, strings, that sort of thing. So when it comes back, do you want it to be like that, so that it really sounds like the A section in that way, or do you want it to be a little different and have different instruments play it?
I want these two to be like the same.
The same. Okay, so have you sort of decided what you really wanted that to be there?
No.
No.
I like this as the harp.
You like the harp, okay. And if you look, you have the same thing there at the end, so you want to do that. So harp, you're definitely getting the chords, the 10 through 12. What do you want to do about the melody right before it?
I want, so from this,
From the fermata.
it starts this all over again, but from here and here, I like that one playing.
Which one? The clarinet that you had before?
Yeah, like the B section.
Just the clarinet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I promise you, Mikayla, who plays the horn, won't cry too much if you don't have it. No, I mean, I'm kidding. Everybody here wants it to be exactly what you want, and that's why you get to play with it. So clarinet is going to play after the two chords, 1 to 12, from 13 through the fermata.
Okay.
That's going to be clarinet. So we have that, and you have harp. Is harp playing this whole thing?
No, harp is only playing the chords.
Just the chords. Oh, you just have the
I
chords.
want the violin.
The violin or viola that you had? Viola. Okay, so you're thinking you're going to use viola, and then the chords for the harp, and then the clarinet through the fermata, and then viola again?
I want to try violin for this.
You want to try violin there. Okay, one or both of them? Only one. Okay, and so then after the fermata, the violin will play until the chords, and the harp gets the chords. All right, do we have that? We're going to give this a try and see if you like it. You'll have a chance to adjust it, so just listen and see what you think. I'm going to have you start them, though, so they know. And the other thing is, after the fermata, she won't know how long to hold it. So I want you to conductor, kind of give her a cue. Yeah, you can, and it'll also mean going back. So he's going to start and she's going to stop. Oh no, violin, sorry. She's going to start and she's going to stop. So you just sort of show them so that you're kind of guiding them with the way that you want it to happen. So you can start them anytime. You know what? Here, we're gonna actually, like you're cutting off. Let's do it that way. You can go ahead and give her a whole cut off, and then when you're ready, start. What do you think? Is that how you want it? Yeah. Okay, everybody make that marking. We do have the piece in the order of the concert. I do want to try one last time, just right here. We're going to have the clarinet play 19 and to the fermata, so you can practice cutting it off and starting the violin.
Start with a pickup, so it makes sense to me to just come in after the
She
cut.
can just tell you when she wants you to start.
Can both of them play?
Absolutely, try it that way once then. Okay. So let's go from your B section. Yeah. So measure 13. not, you can turn around in the concert and you can take a bow, and then you can go have a seat. Thank you. Good job. All right, Hudson, are you ready? Come on up. All right, so we'll do it. You guys got it. She gets to drive the bus here. Boat, bus, train. Some sort of. Hello. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Hudson.
And you are in what grade? What school?
6th grade in Binford.
6th grade, Binford. So your teacher is?
Mr. Summers.
Mr. Summers. Excellent.
Piano and trumpet.
Oh, so how did you, okay, we're looking at this. There are definitely some differences. What's a big thing that's different between your piece and what Allison's had?
It has the left-hand part.
It does. It has chords, right? So that's going to be a whole nother thing that you'll have to layer that in. Let's start with, though, just the top, the melody up here first.
I did add more to this at home.
Did you? Oh, so you've even expanded more. Wonderful. I'm so glad. You like composing?
This is the first time I've done it.
Really? Well, it's fantastic. So tell me, why is it called Composition Project? Was it just an assignment? Or was it?
I didn't name it.
You did. Somebody sent it in for it. That happens a lot. Well, do you have a name for yours?
I have
No.
no idea.
So it's untitled. It's truly untitled. And that's okay. Maybe by the end of today, when you hear it a certain way, it'll be, that's fountain splattering in front of the building. You know, you never know what the title will come to you. Okay, so let's start with this melody. You've heard all the instruments. Did you compose it on piano? Let me ask you that. Or
Yeah.
have you played it in trumpet at all?
Uh-huh.
Do you like it the way it sounds in trumpet? I had a feeling we might have some trumpet on this one. So starting at the beginning, who do you want to play? And you can try a couple different things, just like Allison did. And
Probably violin.
okay, 1 or 2?
2.
2 violins. All right. What is about?
Probably long notes.
Okay. And do you have a tempo in mind? I see you have a tempo on there. Can you sort of give me an idea what that is? Like how fast do you like it when you hear it? Excellent. Because 2 of them have to play together. I'm going to have you go ahead and cue them so they know when to start. Do you want them to go on? Keep going. All right. So what do you think of that?
Yeah.
You like the violins and you like both of them together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's hear it on some, and we don't have to do the whole thing every time, but let's hear it on a different instrument.
Trumpet.
Trumpet. How far?
Probably to like the first line.
The first line. Do you want it to go to the end of the phrase here, kind of until 7? Until 7. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else?
The viola.
The viola. Yeah, sure. All right. Is one of those like you think, that's the way I want it, or are you still experimenting? Remember, we do have the accompaniment to get to as well.
I think I want violin.
Violins, so 2 violins through that part at least. Now going on with the 3/4, is there you want a different sound, a different instrument?
Yes, I would like trumpet for 3/4.
Trumpet, let's hear it for how long?
It's up until.
Through the beginning of the 6/4 bar, or
No, just.
ending before, so through 14. Let's hear trumpet measure 8 through 14. Yeah, let's hear it on another instrument. Let's try maybe one you haven't heard yet.
Like flute maybe?
Sure. Measure 8 through that downbeat is good. one more. Pick another instrument.
Cello.
Cello. All right. What did you notice about where that was played? Like if you were playing on the piano, what would be different about how flute played it and cello played it?
That one was like an octave higher.
Yeah, so I had to lower that for the cello. Could you play it up the octave, up an octave one time? So you could hear it up one octave, not quite that high. So you do have those kind of options as well. You can play around a little bit with it. Are you settled on something yet?
Yeah, I probably want the trumpet first.
The trumpet for this section. Okay, through that downbeat there?
Yeah.
Okay, and then going on, we have your ending here. Who do you want to hear play that?
French horn.
French horn. How about, actually, why don't you start on that G sharp, or whatever. Yeah, okay. We won't go into that. Yeah. Concert G sharp, start there and then go to the end. Yeah, you're shaking your head. You like that. Okay, we could even try it where they both are playing that note so they overlap. Do you think that, or do you want which one? Oh, yeah, let's try that. Good. Let's go ahead and play that down one time, just that melody. So we've got the 2 violins, and then at 8, trumpet, and then at 15, you guys overlap, and French horn takes over. Let's try it. You go ahead and start them so they can start together here.
I might want to add violin back at.
Oh, with a horn.
Yeah.
Okay, so measure, what measure is that? 16?
Yeah.
Once she gets back up to that, do both of them again. So we're going to have a nice full sound.
Actually, no, only one.
Only one. Okay, only one. So it's horn and violin. Yeah. Okay. So we sort of have, that would be, no, 16, right, when it's on the G. Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about this other line that you have. You have chords, and we have already established there is one instrument that can play chords.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear it on harp and see what that sounds like with some chords?
Sure.
Let's hear it. At least at the beginning, maybe just the first, like through measure 7 or whatever. Yeah? What do you think? Not convinced. All right, well then what do we need to do if not?
Probably have 3 instruments.
Okay, so let's think about it. It can't be who you're having play something else. So who do you want maybe at the beginning? Pick
Cello and viola.
viola. Cello and viola, that's 2. We got another one we need to have 3. Yeah. Okay, now let's figure out who's going to play which part. Thinking about this in the different ranges, which one is going to be a lower sound?
Cello.
Okay, so cello can take the low note, and it can do it up here. I don't know, where did I put it there? Oh, okay, good. Okay. So, is it in treble clef? It's in bass clef. So I already put it down. If you want it up there, he can play it there. But so he's going to take the bottom note, and we can hear it a couple different ways. Now, these 2, what kind of range do you think? Low, medium, high, medium, middle,
Medium
high?
and high.
You think so? Okay. They're actual instruments. What do you guys think? How are their ranges sort of compare?
I think it's pretty equal.
Yeah. So they really are that sort of. You think of the higher ones usually, and you can mix it up, and that's really fun sometimes too. Usually flute and violins are sort of the higher register, and trumpet can be there too, but also can be in. Horn can kind of go high, middle, even low. I mean, you really can fill any of them. So for now, we're going to do top, middle, bottom. And what I'm going to need you to do, because these are whole notes and there's not a conductor, you're just going to tell them when to play each of those chords, okay? So they can watch you for your cue. Okay, what do you think? You like that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah? Exactly that way. Okay, so we've got it. Violins, we've got you three there. Now going on. One instrument, two instruments, no instruments, just kidding, because you want to play. Who do you want to do that going into the next chord? Well, or maybe start with who's going to play this next chord. Do you want to go into a different instrument? Do you want to keep it?
Same three.
Same three. Is trumpet playing there? So that's fine. We're not complicating anything there. Now, then trumpet or horn will join. So thinking towards the last chords, are you going to still keep the same three? Yeah. And so, all right. Well, then what I want to do, since we already know, you guys can read, but who do you want to play those two quarter notes right there?
The flute.
The flute. Okay, is flute playing anywhere else? No. Then how about if you're going to play at measure 7? Are you good?
Yeah.
So you're going to play the E, D. Why don't you go ahead and walk down and let her play the C too?
Yeah.
So that it's not just two random ones?
These two.
Oh, okay. With the trumpet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you want, tell me how we can figure this out. These two notes are, what are the names of those notes?
That is E and a D.
Mm-hmm. And then what is this note?
The different one?
The,
I can't really read this.
the top. Oh, okay. In the treble clef, this is actually an E again. Okay. But you notice these are down lower. So would you want her to play? Can you play it two different ways? Play the two down lower, E, D, and then jump up. Just do that first 3/4 measure. Do that one first. See how it jumps? And then the other option would be, what could we do? We could put those up higher, right? Try just doing it that way. What do you think?
Or we could put these down lower.
You could absolutely put, you mean these down lower?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you get to play the whole thing. Is that really a good range for you to play down there?
It's a little hard
Oh.
because it's my lowest note.
Ah, so can we just hear a little of that down low, see why that might influence your decision? So that's your very lowest note. That's her very lowest note. So if that's the sound you want, I mean, she's a trooper. She'll try it, and that's fine. But just so that you know, that's one of the things to think about.
No, I think I'll put the two quarter notes higher.
Put the two notes higher. Okay, so we now have, let's think about that. But you have the same 3 chord people the whole time, right? And so that's good. And then we start with 2 violins. Measure 8, we go to, we have the pickup to measure 8 in the flute, and then flute continues along with trumpet. And then trumpet and horn overlap. And horn takes, and then violin, one of them, jumps back in and measure 18, and that's the end, yes?
They jump in here.
Here,
Violin.
you want violin to come in here now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the beginning of the last measure. You're going to come in on the G sharp as well.
The 6/4.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Is everybody clear on what we're doing when? Harp, you think you can handle your part? Okay. Let's have you cue to start, and then we'll go from there. Do you want? I saw you doing it. You want to cut them off at the end? That'd be really good. Okay. And do you want it just to keep going at the same tempo, or do you want it to slow down at the end? Sometimes we do that.
Yeah.
Retard on the
Slow down.
Okay. Then what you'll need to do is once we get there, is you can cue those last 3 notes so they know exactly how slow. Let's try it. You can even try it a couple different ways. Let's start. Just measure 18. And you can start them, and then remember, you're going to cue these last 3 notes. Yeah, you like it like that? Did you hear it? Did sort of what happened to, do you know what the dynamics are? What if I ask you about dynamics? What am I talking about?
Like the loudness.
Yeah, okay, did you notice, I think that some people did something sort of just instinctively, maybe got louder or softer, did something toward the end. Did you notice? You want it softer?
Yeah.
I think it might have gotten a little louder, but let's try it soft. We call it diminuendo, or did you get it right? At the end, so we're gonna do that same spot, because we have time to get to play a little bit here with it, and see if you can get them to get softer, and then cut them off when you want. So go ahead and cue them at measure 18. Oh, sorry, they weren't ready. You got to make sure, yeah, everybody's ready. So it sort of fades away that way. Try it doing the opposite. Try getting more dramatic and loud, and you might not like it at all, but hey, you have this is your piano for now. You get to play it. You get to play these musicians the way you want. So have some fun with it. See if they'll get louder for you. See what that does. It's very dramatic, isn't it? Which way do you like it though? Either is great. It's just your preference because you get to choose. All right, mark that in. Everybody clear? You're happy with the way it goes? And you're going to make sure, do you want to have this with you during the concert? Or do you know it well enough that you're not watching it? You want to do, I'm going to give this to you to hold, and I'll give Allison, I'll give you yours in case you want to look at it. Just so you can remember, and if you want to, I have a pencil too, you can mark that you're going to cue those spots, and you're going to cue the beginning, because you have a little job to do too. Now, when it's over, do you remember what I asked Allison to do? When they all applaud, because they're going to uproariously applaud. All righty.
Allison, I think we're ready for you. Come on up. So everyone, we were really lucky because a couple of the folks who participated in Kids Compose had the opportunity to participate in a workshop today at 10 a.m. where they got to hear the original melody they created, played by different instruments, and then they got to kind of choose the instruments that were going to play their melody. So one of the people who did that was Allison. So Allison, tell us I told you her name's Allison, but she's going to tell you her full name. So
I'm Allison Pepper, and I go to Calhoun and Strickland, and I'm in 4th grade.
Wonderful. Well, Allison, what's the name of your melody?
Potato chips.
Potato chips, one of my favorite things in the world. All right, so Allison, can you tell us kind of what happened today, what instruments you got to hear, and what were some of what did you decide on with regard to what you wanted to play your melody?
Well, I got to hear old instruments, and I really liked them. And I found out that chords go really good with the harp, and that the viola is fast and weird.
Okay. So, with the fast and weird viola and the harp, let's see what Allison decided to do with her melody. So, and she's going to conduct it. So here's our conductor. Go for it. We're going to have our second of our two runners up. We're going to get to lead the ensemble here. And this is Hudson, I believe. Is that right? Hudson, introduce yourself for us.
Hi, I'm Hudson, and I'm a 6th grader at Binford Elementary School.
Wonderful. And what was the name of your composition, your melody that you created?
Doesn't have one.
It doesn't have one. So tell us a little bit about kind of the process you used when you were deciding who was going to play and how you came about deciding which instrument was going to play.
I don't know. It's just like I tried multiple things and I just chose what worked.
Good. And what instruments are we going to hear today?
All of them.
All of them. Awesome. So, okay, Maestro, go for it. Let's give Hudson a hand. Yep. Awesome, that was wonderful.